Hello, good morning, everyone, and my honorable judges. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Farhana, and I am from SMK Barunawati, Jakarta. Here I stand with proposition side. With motion, this House believes that environmental movements should launch violence campaigns against major polluting companies. First, peaceful protests and negotiation have failed to stop major polluting companies. For decades, environmental movements have used peaceful ways like petitions, awareness campaigns, and climate conference, but pollution keeps increasing. Forests keep disappearing and global temperatures continue to rise. The rich companies ignore the warnings because they only care about profit. For the example, look at the case of the forest fire in Kalimantan and Sumatra, often caused by palm oil companies. Every year, people protest and demand justice, but those companies keep operating. The smoke kills wildlife and harms millions of people's health. Peaceful action didn't stop them. This shows that peaceful movements are not enough. When the company refuses to listen, violence becomes the last way to make them listen. Second, violent campaigns can force the government and companies to take responsibility and act faster. Companies act only when they feel real pressure, such economic or physical. Peaceful campaigns are easy to ignore, but if their factories or equipment are destroyed, they face real losses that force them to take environmental issues seriously. For example, in 2023, local residents in Juanda, Central Java, protested the andesite mining project for a dam. Peaceful protests were ignored, and police kept using force against the protesters. But when locals began physically blocking access roads and damaging some equipment, the government was finally forced to pause operation and review the project. This proved that without strong action, the government and companies will not care about the environment. Third, polluting companies already use violence against nature and people. When companies destroy forests, poison rivers, and cause deadly flood and droughts, they are harming millions' lives. That is violence too, just not recognized as such because it's hidden behind profit and legality. For example, in Papua, we can see that large mining operations like Freeport have caused toxic waste to enter rivers, destroying the land and water source of local villagers. Thousands have suffered, but these companies keep working under government protection. Isn't that violence? If polluting companies use violence on massive scale against life itself, then taking strong action is morally acceptable as a form of self-defense. Violence can attract national and global attention too. Sometimes only strong and shocking action make people pay attention to environmental destruction. Peaceful campaigns are often ignored by the media, but when protesters take bold action, like sabotaging illegal logging or damaging toxic waste areas, it will make the public pay attention. For example, we can see when the protesters in Kendeng, Central Java cemented their feet in protest against a cement factory. It became a national issue. Imagine if they took stronger action, maybe change would have come faster and hidden corruption would have been revealed. Therefore, violence can become a way to break silence and open people's eyes to the reality of environmental destruction. That's all from me. Thank you. How can I